Hi, this is Jennifer with iCadenza, and I'm here with Tim Fain, the soloist violinist for ePalpity this summer in Los Angeles. So I'm going to ask him a few questions. So tell me how you got started playing the violin.
How we got started? Well, according to my parents, I was pretty clear. I told them one day that I wanted to play the violin. That's what I wanted to do. And I'd always loved music. I'd always made my own instruments. Or I remember there was this little beat-up kind of Hammond organ down the hall at my preschool. And I would drag my parents down every afternoon and play for them, just improvise. So they got the idea, and then that showed up under the Christmas tree one year. And it was really just a love of music that got me started. And it wasn't until the age of 7 and a half, that I think I really had the patience and the maturity to actually take lessons. So that's when I really started the violin.
And how has your experience been with ePalpity? Is this your first year with them?
It's one of my first times playing with ePalpity. Although I've worked with Dr. Schmieder before, we did a concert at Southern Methodist University in Texas a number of years ago. And of course, when you study with Dr. Schmieder, he's in a sense always your teacher. I've gone back to play for him a number of times, and through all this time since when I formally studied with him in middle school and high school, we've maintained a relationship, and he continues to be a teacher figure for me.
The violin soloist in the Mendelssohn double Concerto, which was being played this weekend at Disney Hall. So tell me what that's like, playing that piece. Are you familiar with it from before?
Yeah, I've loved this piece for a long time, although never really had the chance to play it. It's not the sort of piece that one gets asked to play all the time, but I think it's really a fantastic piece. Mendelssohn wrote it when he was very young, and as he did with a lot of his music. He's a real prodigy. Some people say even more of a prodigy than Mozart was in many ways, in his level of maturity for his age, and just the sheer volume of notes he composed as well. But anyways, yeah, it's a great piece. I'm really happy to be playing it, and we're doing it at Disney Hall on Saturday. I'm really psyched.
So you mentioned that you've done some interesting crossover work and different types of new music. Is there any experiences you've had with this that stand out? Any particular pieces or performances?
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly just in search of good music, stuff that's being written now, which is very exciting for me as well. Not only to play these wonderful pieces of music that have survived the test of time and come down to us from Mendelssohn, from Mozart, from Bach, from Brahms, but also to see what's being written right now. And I do have a couple of projects that I'm very excited about. Some things I've done recently. I was involved in a tour with music by Philip Glass based on the poetry of Leonard Cohen, which was a really cool mix for me. I've always been a huge Leonard Cohen fan. And also with Philip's music, I've really loved his style, what he's done for classical music. He's really, in the same way that Andy Warhol found a way to make art a commodity without sacrificing his genius. Philip's done much of the same thing in a way for music, and it's really fun working with him. He's such a nice guy. We went around with this program. It's about a 90-minute piece with lighting and choreographed and everything, and it was really fun. It was really fun. Leonard came out to a lot of the shows, and it was a very fun project. Working on a commission from a composer named Nico Muli, who also writes for and arranges for the Icelandic singer Björk, and he just recently did the movie music for The Reader, the soundtrack for the movie The Reader, with Kate Winslet and Fiennes in it. So yeah, just trying to find good music. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit more over to the side of pop or jazz, or whether it's really very much rooted in the classical tradition. Just trying to find good music out there.
Do you have any other insight onto how to get young people interested in music?
The thing is that I've always been really interested in different kinds of music, and I think when I perform, even if I'm performing in a very classical venue like Nisney Hall or like Carnegie Hall in New York, I really feel like I really want to bring a kind of an approachable quality to the performance, make it more enjoyable, make it just a little more of a fun experience, something that maybe from my experience playing, I don't know, in a rock band when I was in high school, or with jazz musicians I do occasionally in New York City, just to bring a little bit of that flavor to my more classical performances. And I think it really draws people in. I think it really it makes things a little more easygoing. Now, I want to always be really serious about the music, because that's the most important thing, and that's what really gets me excited, But it's really satisfying to present it in a way that can help draw people in. It's very satisfying for me.